Okay, so I want your commitment. Can everyone raise their hand, like the Pledge of Allegiance? Americans, which hands am I supposed to use?
Right.
Left or right?
Right.
Right, okay. My other right, no. Okay, so I want you to pledge to play full out. Say it after me.
I pledge to play full out.
Okay, I'm going to play full out. And not worry what anyone else thinks. And I'm going to break the rules right now. I'm leaving them behind. And I'm going after what my soul really wants. Okay, beautiful. So we've got a couple of rules. Not rules? Rules. These are hard and fast rules, okay? There's a difference. Don't buy into the spiritual paradox. Who knows what a spiritual paradox is?
Can't be rich and be spiritual at the same time.
Yeah, so what Amrit said is, the spiritual paradox is, too many people think that you can't be rich and spiritual at the same time. Is my man wearing the spiritual gangster shirt still in the room? Or is he gone? Anyone know Gabby Bernstein? Yeah, so there was a gentleman here wearing her spiritual gangster shirt. I like to say I'm spiritual as fuck. Because I'm Australian. You can still have money and be spiritual and spread the word. So I don't want you to be held back or think, oh, I shouldn't write that I want that because that would make me a bad person. Money is not bad. Money is just energy and it facilitates you doing what you want to do with it. Okay? So that's our number 1 rule. Rule number 2, be unrealistic. So I told you before I wanted to play on the pro football team, yeah? Problem was, American football wasn't in Australia yet. So that was going to be a little bit of an issue. So I dreamed big. So I started the first female gridiron league in Australia.
Brava.
Everyone's like, honey, no. How are you going to do this? It's not possible. You can't do it. You're running another company. I was like, After I had my ankle destroyed and couldn't play football anymore, we sold it off, but that's okay. You need to be unrealistic and realistic at the same time. We'll touch on that bit in a minute. But if you only aim for the stars, where are you going to land? If you aim for the stars, you'll land
in a cloud.
You can
aim as high as you can go.
Yeah. So if you want to land in the stars, aim for the moon. Okay? If you only aim for the stars, you're probably going to stay down here on Earth. So be unrealistic. I want you to think big. I'm sure we've all heard this. A good goal should scare you a little and excite you a lot. So you don't want something that's going to scare the pants off you and you can't take action, but you want something that gives you those tingly, tingly feels. So last year in Barcelona, I had to be able to present on the stage at Mind Valley U. And that scared me a little. Okay, it scared me a shit ton. But it was still something that I could feel I could do because I could see other people in my peer group doing the same thing. You need to trust your intuition. Remember what we said about the 3 seconds? If you don't feel it here, for this exercise, I don't want you to write it down. If it's a question, your brain starts kicking in, just put it aside for now. When we do this exercise, I want you just to trust your gut. Don't overthink it. Too many people are too scared to write down their goals because they think if I write it down, I have to do it. For this particular exercise, I just want you to get out what instantly comes to you and don't overthink it and don't judge yourself. Forget the how. Don't worry about how you're going to do it. There is plenty of studies shown that if you ask your brain a question, it will go fetch you the answer. And we don't need to force it because the universe will bring it to us. So after the break, I'm going to talk to you more about how to do that. And we're going to use Chrissy Marie Sheldon's techniques and Esther Hicks techniques on how to do that. So we're not going to worry about the how. We just want the feeling at the end. So not even the specific things. So it's not about having the red sports car. It might be the feeling of having the wind blowing in your hair as you weave around corners. Because, you know, if someone gave you a white Lamborghini, you're going to say no? Anyone going to say no to the white Lamborghini? No? Okay, good. Well, you can always give it to me if you don't want it. You don't want it? You can wrap it. They're pretty easy. Okay, so how the how breaks down. Sometimes we start going over here and we're like, that's not really working out. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. My slide's not working. And then we get an aha and we go, oh shit, I need to change direction again. Now I'm over here. Hi, am I supposed to be over here? No, probably not. Okay, back over here. Oh no. Oh, I need to go here. How much longer does it take to do this? Than just to take a straight line to where we're meant to be. Don't let your brain get you all confused and run all over the shop. Let's find out how we can get there in a direct line. We've done the dream big. Okay. I want you to think now, if you could do anything in the world that's going to set your soul on fire, and you had 10 years to do it, and you knew that you would achieve it, what would you do? What would you do? Right. I think Vishen's shared this a couple of times, but we often underestimate what we can do in 10 years and overestimate what we can do in 1. So we want to think about realistic timeframes so we don't give ourselves anxiety to do it. But I want you to go into this exercise thinking about, I've got 10 years to get this done, so I've got plenty of time. I don't need to freak out about what the next step has to be. But I know it's going to happen. I trust the universe has got my back. And it's a lot easier to do this in this room because all of you have been on a personal growth path. You've all learnt things about intuition. You've sat in Juan Pablo. You've sat with Regan. So I know you can tap back into that. Yeah? Rule number 3, stick to what you want. I normally go through a whole story on this, but just think of the analogy of going around and around and around and wasting time. Don't keep changing your mind all the time.